Okay, this is LexC album interview, take one. Hey there, my name is Lexi, and I'm gonna talk to you about my upcoming album, Love Reset, produced by Maurice Beats. It's a good day.
Got a new set, room in my bed. It wasn't too soon.
I was actually born in Fayetteville, North Carolina, but my parents were both military, and so we moved around a lot. I've lived in Delaware, Virginia, Texas, Hawaii, visited Alaska, got family in Jamaica, Georgia, Iowa, and so I have ties to a lot of places. But when people ask me where I'm from, I say Texas because that's one of the places we live the longest outside of Georgia, and it's one of my favorite places that I've lived outside of Hawaii. My name is Alexis, and I'm from Texas. That's what I tell people. I've been singing since I was about 3 years old, been writing poetry and songs since I was about 8 years old, and I've just always loved music. I've always liked the idea of being able to connect with multiple people and be able to talk about an experience that we've all been through, and we can all connect on that experience. And I feel like the power of connectivity that music has always been something that's been really intriguing to me, as well as like the influence of it, the influence that it has on people. Growing up, I did like talent shows, and I even figured out how to record myself on a laptop that I got in like middle school. It had a built-in microphone, and the first program that I ever recorded on, outside of Windows 98? Outside of Windows, when you could like hook up the microphone to the computer, and then there was like an audio recorder app on the computer. So outside of that, that would be the first program that I recorded on. But my first like more official type of recording program was actually called Audacity, and I just did a Google search one day, like free recording, and Audacity was one of the first ones to pop up. It was indeed free, and so I put that on my laptop and figured out how to record myself. I didn't know at the time that I was audio engineering myself. I just knew I was recording myself making music. So I didn't realize until I got older that, hey, I've actually been engineering for a very long time. But when I think back during that time period, like knowing what I know now versus what I was doing back then, it's like, oh, bless her heart. She was really trying. She was really trying. I'm proud of my younger self. So some people ask me why the name Lexi ATL. The reason why I decided on the name Lexi ATL is because Lexi was not available. When I did like some Google searches, I found out that Lexi is like the League of Extraordinary Coworkers. I also couldn't just get Lexi.com, LEXC. So I went with Lexi ATL because ATL is where I decided to put down roots. The reason why I came to Atlanta is to go to school for music. I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta for audio production, and I got my bachelor's degree in audio production in 2016. All throughout school though, nope, that's a lie. Let me not lie. After 2016, like after I graduated, that's when I started working in recording studios. So if you in Atlanta and you're trying to book with me, hit me up, hit up your girl.
Why the lights out? Turn them on, put your hands up.
So at the time of this interview, I can't really tell you. I can tell you that I have 11 tracks right now. There could be more, but as of right now, I for sure have 11 solid tracks that are in consideration for the album. Lovers in This War, Strange Case, Real Love, Miranda, It's You, what's another one? Too Many Times, Make It Home, Who You Love, Options, It's a Good Day, just to name a few. Those are some of the song names.
You have the right to speak to a lawyer and have her present while you are being questioned.
This entire album was produced by Maurice Beats. And at first, when we first started working together, Options is actually the first song that we worked together on. He sent me the track. I liked it, did a song to it. It was very R&B, of course. He loved it. He released it through his label. And then from there, he just kept sending me tracks, and I just kept writing to his stuff. And I wasn't really thinking of like a full project. At that time, I was thinking more so like, let's put out some singles. But Maurice was like, hey, we've got a lot of songs. And I started getting to a point where it's like, okay, what are we gonna do with these? I need to stop holding on to things and kind of like stop being a perfectionist and just allow some of these things to be released. So we released a second song, the gospel song actually, called Smoke and Mirrors. And then after that, we had the conversation, Maurice Beats and I had the conversation, well, what if we actually come out with an album? And so it just so happened that a lot of the productions I chose to write to from Maurice, they all do kind of have like the same vibe. Like most of them they're either like straight up inspired by old school songs, or they have an old school element that gives them a nice feel. And all of them are sort of connected by that. It kind of came together very organically, and the common theme of the album, what I write about best, is love, whether it's from a place of happiness or oftentimes it's been from a place of heartbreak, but thank God for growth, right? So the whole concept of the album, and like I was saying earlier, everything just kind of came together, but everything was written from a place of some kind of experience with love. So we have Lovers in This War, we have Real Love, we got Strange Case, Who You Love, Too Many Times. It's either dealing with the darker parts of love or the more beautiful parts of love, or what I would like to see in my future relationships going forward. So Lovers in This War, right? It's not really any particular story that I'm pulling from or any particular experience, but with Lovers in This War, it's more so laying claim to the fact that, if love is a battlefield, then we are lovers in this war. And if I'm going to be with someone and someone is expecting to be with me, we need to treat each other as if we're on the same team, right? We are lovers in this war. It's us against the war. It's us against the problem. It's us against the world. So that's my mentality going into a relationship, and whoever ends up with me, that should be your mentality as well. We fight together. We are on each other's side, and I fight for you, you fight for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we're in this together. That's what that means.
Games and playing now. I'll call it out. I'll call it out. The world we.
I wrote all of the songs, and yeah, I don't know. I guess that's an interesting topic for people, right? I still very much believe in writing my own music because the experience is most authentic coming from me. So anything that's on the album, it's based on my personal experiences, or it's based on what I've observed other people going through. But yes, I wrote every song on the album.
Don't be scared to do it. Put more than a touch into it.
The name of the album came about because I noticed a common theme for all of the songs I was considering. It's always love. And so the kind of stuff I'm talking about, like Lovers in This War, Real Love, Make It Home, these are songs that the topics are not really popular right now. And I say that because there are so many songs out right now that are just talking about like what you can get out of somebody, what somebody can do for you, getting a bag out of somebody, or having sneaky links, and just, if he cheats then I'm gonna cheat back. And I just don't relate to that narrative. That's not the type of love that I want for myself. That's not the type of relationship I want for myself. So I was thinking about it one day. I was gonna name it after one of the songs, but then I thought, one song name from this album, it doesn't really represent the full body of work. And then I thought to myself, this is kind of like giving it a reset. This is like a love reset. And then it just clicked, like, wow. That's how I came to the conclusion this needs to be called Love Reset, because I don't know what people are considering love these days, but if it's anything like what I'm hearing on the radio, I don't relate to it, and I don't want whatever that kind of love is. So this is a love reset of how we should be treating one another, what we should be worried about. And even with like my song, It's You, that song is about self-love. So it's just a complete love reset, what we will accept, what we expect out of a relationship, and how my ideal partner will be towards me, and how I will be towards my ideal partner. And so Love Reset becomes the name of the album. What I want people to take from this album is exactly what the title of the album says, which is Love Reset. Let's have a reset on our mindset towards how we look at love, and then how we deal with one another when it comes to the regards of love. So like I said, I don't agree with the mentality that a lot of people have right now surrounding love. It's all this F love, and I don't need love. All I need is money. I don't need love. All I need is respect. But in my opinion, respect and care and taking care of someone, all of those things fall under the type of love that I expect to experience. So what I want people to take from this album is it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to care about somebody. It's okay to expect reciprocity in a relationship. I think people get too hung up on what somebody can do for me, right? What can this person do for me? What can they buy me? What can they give me? What kind of time can they give me? But really, we need to be for each other. So if I want you to be loyal, I need to be a loyal person. If I want to be showered in gifts, I need to be willing to give gifts to my partner. If I want to be spoiled with affection, I need to be affectionate and nice towards my partner. It's a two-way street, and the energy that you give is the energy that you can expect to receive back. And I just want us to get into a place where it's more than what we can get from somebody, and it's more than just sex, because sex is not always love, right? And although it should be reserved for the people that you love, the person that you love, the reality is that people use sex as a crutch, or they use it as like a bait sometimes. And so I want us to get away from that mindset, and I want us to reset on love and reset into a healthier default. That is what I want people to take away from this album. My name is LexC, and thank you so much for sitting down with me to talk about my upcoming album, Love Reset, produced by Maurice Beats. You will be able to find the album on Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, Apple, Amazon, Google, anywhere that you can find music. You'll be able to find it on all of those platforms. Please make sure that you stay locked in with me. You can follow me on Instagram at Lexi ATL. You can also go to my website, www.LexCATL.com. You can find me on Twitter. This is Lexi. And remember, Lexi is LexCATL, okay? LexCATL. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait till y'all buy and stream the album. Peace.